Britain, under the new Labour government, is pursuing new trade ties with the rest of the world. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has made economic growth the central mission of his administration, and he sees gaining business access to international markets as a key step to delivering that. UK Trade Policy Minister Douglas Alexander met his Gulf counterparts in Riyadh this week and is heading to Laos for talks with ASEAN. Well, he joins us live now from Bangkok. Douglas, thank you for joining us. Now, it's only been a few months since Labour formed the government. Are there any fundamental shifts in the UK's approach to trade?
Well, firstly, let me say it's a great pleasure to join you on Asia Today. And it's a great pleasure to be here in Bangkok in Southeast Asia for the first time as the incoming Trade Minister. You asked what would be the approach of the British government to trade. We're taking what I would describe as a twin-track approach. We are seeking to reset and rebuild our trading relationships with our near neighbours and partners in the European Union. And at the same time, we're seeking to seize the opportunities of strengthening our trading relationships right around the world. So as you say, I was in the Gulf yesterday. I'm here in Southeast Asia today. I'm heading to the ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting tomorrow. That's a very tangible expression of our commitment to Southeast Asia, which we see as one of the key engines of global growth in the years to come.
Well, you'll be meeting ASEAN leaders in Laos. What opportunities do you see for the UK in this region?
Well, just look at the scale and significance of ASEAN. You know, we're talking about 680 million people, a GDP in excess of $3 trillion. This is a huge commercial market, and there are real opportunities both for investment into the United Kingdom and exports from the United Kingdom to this global growth pole. We're here with a very straightforward and open message. Britain is back, and we're open for business. And in that sense, I'm very much looking forward to meeting my Southeast Asian counterparts in Laos tomorrow.
So you'll be pursuing free trade deals with countries in the Middle East, India and South Korea, as reported. What are some of the biggest stumbling blocks to sealing up these agreements?
Well, obviously, in every trade deal, there are complexities, there are challenges, there are negotiations that need to be resolved. But I genuinely believe that, if you like, liberalising trade and securing effective free trade agreements can be actual win-wins for both of the parties. The United Kingdom has just gained news that we are acceding to the CPTPP in December at the end of this year. Again, that's a market of about 600 million consumers. It includes some of the most dynamic growing economies anywhere on earth. So that's a good example of the kind of modern trade deal that I think the United Kingdom is looking forward to striking now and in the years ahead.
Now, FTAs, as their name suggests, is designed to ease trade between countries, but they're sometimes also used to exclude certain countries. What's your view on these exclusionary moves?
Well, we've seen a move in recent years where both some countries have become significantly more protectionist. The world has become more regionalised. And that's why I think an initiative like the CPTPP is so important. And indeed, the continuing work of critical blocs like ASEAN are important, because we need to continue to make the case that we can rise and prosper together. It's very rare. I previously was a British governor of the World Bank, to see a country that prospers without effective trading relationship. So you're right to recognise that in some parts of the world, new barriers are going up. That's why it makes it all the more important that countries of goodwill and shared concern are able to work together to take down unnecessary trade barriers. And it's in that spirit I'll be meeting with my ASEAN counterparts tomorrow.
You mentioned protectionist moves. The US and the EU have slapped hefty tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. Could you explain to us the UK approach to what's been described as a flood of state-sponsored imports?
Well, you're right. We've seen significant tariff moves both by the European Union, by the United States, and actually in recent days from Canada as well. In the United Kingdom, we have not changed our approach. We keep the whole situation under review. We're naturally talking and are in close dialogue with our own car manufacturers, but we're a largely export-led car manufacturing country. And in that sense, it's an issue that we're keeping a close eye on, but I'm not giving you a world exclusive today. It's a matter that we continue to keep under review.
Now, another intense front is trade and investment on high-tech goods. Could you outline Britain's view on curbing China's access to tech-related products?
Well, clearly it's important to recognise national security concerns and take the appropriate steps where necessary. But at the same time, there are huge benefits to be gained from continuing to work with like-minded countries around the world to advance not just technological innovation, but technological partnerships. In the United Kingdom, we are comfortably one of the leaders in the frontier technology of AI. We've got some outstanding fintech startups, and we believe that we've got a lot to offer the ASEAN region. That's why when I'm with ASEAN ministers tomorrow, I'll be emphasizing the technological leadership of the United Kingdom, along with areas of traditional strength such as financial services.
But is the UK looking at additional curbs on Chinese access to tech-related products?
We're not announcing any specific measures at this stage, but we have an appropriate level of safeguards in place. We keep a very watchful eye on technological innovations from all countries. And in that sense, it's a matter which will continue to be a feature of our debate in the years and months ahead.
Now, I understand the UK is conducting an assessment of its commercial relationship with China. What does that entail, and when can we expect the results?
We've announced as an incoming government what we've described as an audit on our relationship with China, and that extends across the full range of interests. One of the aspects of the relationship between China, which is a major trading economy, is the interconnectedness between not just the United Kingdom or the European Union, or indeed even the United States and China, but the whole of the world. And in that sense, we're taking if you like, the opportunity of being a new government coming into office to take a careful and considered approach to the full range of our relationships with China. As I say, that's work that's just getting underway at the moment, but it reflects, if you like, the strength of the commercial relationship at the same time as some of the challenges that you've already described.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This Douglas Alexander, UK's Trade Policy Minister, joining us from Bangkok. Thank you.